Hello everyone, come along with us for a gaming leadership summit.
It's disgusting out here.
Right, so obviously the first thing we had to do was get to the airport, and it was indeed absolutely disgusting outside. There was a tropical storm, I'm pretty sure, heading for the east coast, and that did not bode well for us.
We reserved a place to park using the parking spot app. Thanks, Mom, for the recommendation. But the shuttle was taking absolutely forever to get to us, and it was cold and rainy, and one shuttle driver actually stopped to tell us someone else would pick us up, and then no one did, and so he came back and picked us up. But you know what? We made it to the airport safe and sound, so that's all that really matters, right? This entire saga takes place over the course of 3 days, from September 16th to the 18th. Technically 4 days, but you know what? Let me explain that real quick. So at the time, Antonio and I were in the middle of a contract doing a production of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat with a theater here in North Carolina. Yes, y'all, I am from North Carolina. I know. Wait a minute, who's that cutie up there? That guard in the back? Incorrect. Nice. Anyway, we performed Thursday through Sunday, and this trip conveniently took place Monday through Wednesday, which sounds great, but the unfortunate thing is, due to flight times and the timing of the event, our only option to make our 9:30 a.m. show, our 8:30 a.m. call on Thursday morning, was to land at 5 a.m. that morning and drive straight from the airport to the theater 2 hours away and perform 2 shows back to back. Mind you, again, there was a storm coming, meaning there was a possibility of our flight back being delayed. In fact, our flight to LA was delayed, but I was not going to miss this event, so we decided to take the risk anyway. Yeah, we were cutting it real close. Anyway, I didn't get any footage while we were on the plane, so let's skip to when we landed. Actually, not much to say about when we landed either. Our Uber driver from the airport was really nice though, loved her. Oh wait, actually! So my phone died while we were on the plane, and so we ended up just doing a couple more draw Pokemon from memory battles, this time featuring Whimsicott, Yamask, and Lunala. Y'all tell us who won. God, this is just... Are you there, God? It's me, Fiona. It's me, Fiona. Right, so anyway, we get to the hotel, and y'all, this place is absolutely gorgeous from jump. We stayed at the West Hollywood Edition, which is a 5-star hotel in West Hollywood. This hotel is also where the event was going to be taking place in a couple of days. Y'all, this place was amazing, looked amazing. There was this scent being pumped throughout the entire hotel, smelled amazing, amazing service, the nicest employees, which they better be if this is a 5-star hotel, right? Now, I thought I got footage of the room, but I guess I didn't, and neither did Antonio, so just bear with me here. The room, amazing, very chic, very expensive. They had one of those like overhead showers that honestly I always thought that I hated, but this shower made me a believer. The shower was so nice. I wish I could go back. They also had the toiletries that they provided, like the soap, the shower gel, and everything, had the exact same scent that was being pumped throughout the hotel. So that was also very nice. The next day we get up, and since it's a free day, we decide to bounce around LA for a little bit. My birthday was on the 18th, and so since the entire day was going to be taken up by this event and catching a flight and whatnot, I decided to spend the 17th as my birthday celebration. First, we decided to go downstairs and get some breakfast at the hotel's restaurant called Ardor, and y'all, once again, absolutely amazing, beautiful, stunning, 10 out of 10. We each got some pain au chocolat, and I also got some juice that was like mango, pineapple, golden beet. I don't know, but it was really good. Tasted like an expensive V8. After that, it was time to go bumping around the city, so we went back upstairs, got ready for the day, and took our departure. Now, this was Antonio's first time in LA, but it was my second. The first time for me, actually, was, fun fact for those who are new around here, when I was on Family Feud. Long story short there, I was on with my mom, my dad, and my 2 brothers. We played one game, lost, got asked to play again, won that game because I won sudden death, played a 3rd game and lost that one, and then went home. Spoiler alert. The thing about that trip though was there was no time to do anything touristy, and so I wanted to do touristy stuff for my birthday. After much deliberation, I decided that I wanted to go to Ovulation. I'm making an executive decision to leave that in. We went to Ovation, which is a shopping center across from the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Walked around for a little bit, saw the El Capitan Theater, which apparently the cast of Agatha All Along made a public appearance there the day before us, and what I wouldn't have given in order to be there and see them. But, oh well. The Dolby Theater was also right there, which taught me that I have no idea where LA landmarks are in relation to one another, but of course, we had to take a jaunt around there as well. After that, we walked around for a little bit more and spent a lot of time trying to figure out what we were going to do next. Got lunch at this place called Jinya, which is a restaurant that we used to love going to back in our hometown in Charlotte before we moved. Was definitely not expecting to find one all the way out here in LA, let alone at Ovulation. Oh my god. Let alone at Ovation, but it was just as good there as it was in Charlotte. More walking around. Actually, before that, we stopped inside of a Hot Topic and Antonio got me a little Funko Pop figure of Teddy Ursa, which is a Pokemon that I absolutely adore. Thank you, babe. We also really wanted to see the Hollywood sign, which we were planning on doing from a vantage point by the Griffith Observatory, but noticed that we could see it from Ovation. And decided to just snap a couple of pics while we were there. It's very tiny, but you know, something better than nothing. While we were there, we also saw this art exhibit by Sebastian Masuda, and it was really cool to look at, but kind of a lot on the eyes. But low-key, I feel like my outfit kind of matched, so... From there, we went to the Griffith Observatory to see some celestial bodies, and also to meet up with a good friend of mine who y'all might know as Miss Bishojo Asia. We ended up getting there and grouping up later than we originally planned, which I felt really bad about, but Asia's really chill, so it was a kiki. It was a good time anyway.
We love an avid support system.
Like,
Period.
listen, it's the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
This is the traveling meteorites.
That's it.
As you saw, Antonio got some meteorite earrings from this place, and as we were buying them, we told the girl behind the counter where we were from, and she was like, "Isn't there a hurricane going on over there right now?" And we were like, "Girl, if you don't stop before the universe hears you." Anyway, we didn't get to see Asia for very long because we had a show to get to in the planetarium, and she had a meeting to get to, so we said our goodbyes, saw our show, and then went back to the hotel for the night. That's a lie. Actually, we went to a bar called Rocco's so I could get me a little drinky drink for my birthday. Antonio did some karaoke and absolutely killed it, and then we went back to the hotel for the night. The next day, my birthday, was finally the day of the event, so I got up, got dressed, and headed on downstairs. Antonio handled checkout and luggage while I went ahead to the studio where the event was being held. The first thing that I did was meet up with my 2 TikTok points of contact who introduced me to the other invited creators and to the variety journalist that would be paired with me. After that, and checking in, I helped myself to the amazing spread that they had out for all the attendees. Y'all, I'd been fiending for a steak from this hotel the entire time we'd been here, and I was prepared to drop the money on it for my birthday, but they had the steak there for free! And it was so good. So the way this was going to work was myself and 3 other creators were going to participate in roundtable discussions with representatives of some gaming giants in the industry. And I mean giants. My roundtable discussion had someone from Riot Games, someone from Epic, someone from 2K, just to name a few. We were also going to be paired with a journalist from Variety magazine and a TikTok representative. The event lasted from 8:30 to 5, but they didn't ask creators to be there till 1. I showed up around 12:40, and this portion of the event only lasted about 20 minutes. The gaming representatives asked me some questions, both about my experience as a content creator and also my experience with the gaming sphere in general. And then after that, it was time for cocktail hour. I got no footage of that either, again, but the hotel served us cocktails and hors d'oeuvres while we all hung around chatting and expanding connections and whatnot. And that's where these Getty images came from. They also gave all the attendees these swag boxes that had a free Fitbit and a portable wireless charger in them, so thanks TikTok. Then it was time to head straight to the airport, so we waited for a reappearance from Asia because she was gracious enough to take us there, and we made it with plenty of time to catch our flight. At the airport, Antonio spotted Gaten Matarazzo from Stranger Things, and because it was my birthday, I felt emboldened to go up and at least ask him for a picture, and he was super chill about it, so that was cool too. By stroke of luck, our plane actually landed about half an hour early, and we're off and walking through the Charlotte airport by 4:45. Also, I just want to say that was the worst airplane ride that I've ever had. The seats were uncomfortable. This old lady kept bumping into me because she kept having to pee every like 5 minutes, which, sure, makes sense. I didn't fault her. This lady on the other side of us kept fidgeting and keeping Antonio from falling asleep, so neither of us slept this entire night, pretty much. But since the plane landed early, we had just enough time to stop at home on the way to the theater for like 5 minutes and grab a couple of things. We ended up getting to the theater at 8:32, but thankfully everyone was really understanding and lenient towards the situation, so we pretty much made it. Sick and running out of time, but it was a great experience. So thanks TikTok, thanks Variety, thanks everyone for watching, like, subscribe, and follow.